Hi, and welcome. In this video, we'll discuss the power versus fuel tile and acuity. Here we have the power versus fuel tile and acuity. This tile graphs for any day the irradiance or fuel in watts per meter squared and the power generation in kilowatts. The graph uses a yellow line to indicate fuel or irradiance. The graph breaks power generation into three parts: actual power, estimated power, and the estimated loss of power. The estimated values are based on the uploaded model, and the lost power is the deficit between the actual and estimated. The green filled section represents the actual, the red section is the loss, and the small gray dotted line is the expected power generation. A user can query these attributes for any day, and only values from sunrise to sunset are graphed. The tile's chief purpose is to monitor fuel and power generation throughout the day. A user can also download a comma-separated value, or CSV file, which contains the previously mentioned points. The tile makes it easy to track any day of the year. To download the file, click on the Settings button here, and then click on the blue Download button. From there, you can open the CSV file. A change in the Parent Data Resolution menu next to the date picker will also change the resolution of the power versus fuel chart. Higher resolutions may cause a slowdown of the chart. A 5-minute resolution is the default. You can also choose 1, 15, 30, or 60 minutes. Also under Settings is the Sync option. When checked, this will synchronize the power versus fuel graph to the parent date picker in the upper right-hand corner. A change in the dashboard picker will trigger a change in that power versus fuel graph. So for example, if I change the date here and sync to date is checked, the graph in the power versus fuel tile will also change. The drop-down menu allows users to pick between graphing data by today, yesterday, a specific date, and a relative value. Today and yesterday are self-explanatory, and they always move to the day of and the day before the current. This is, for example, yesterday's graph. The relative option, combined with a negative number input in the box, will show data for that many days ago. So I'll choose relative here and choose 7 days ago. Clicking the Settings button will show me the full graph. Uncheck Sync to Date to choose a specific date. Using that drop-down menu, now instead of relative, we have input. And I can choose any date that I like. After exiting the date picker, the data will be updated. The download button in the upper right-hand corner downloads the fuel, power, expected power, and loss values on the currently graphed resolution. Downloading an incomplete day's set of values fills in zeros in the time slots until sunset. Clicking the Settings button again shows the full graph. Hover over any point on the yellow line to see a tooltip which details all 4 values at that timestamp. A common use is to partition 2 tiles, one which tracks today's generation and another which tracks yesterday. We can do that by adding the power versus fuel tile again. Let's add those side by side. I'll go ahead and change my settings here. Sync to date, today. And this one is sync to date, yesterday. Now we can compare 2 consecutive days. This is an overview of the power versus fuel tile in acuity.